great pleasure to welcome my former choir, the community choir of the Hebrew Institute of Riverdale, and Jonathan DeZick, the musical director. And I just... This is most everybody in the choir, but there are, according to Jonathan, about 7 or 8 people who are not here. So it's a very large group and very dedicated. And every year they sing Hanukkah concerts in December time, and at this time of year, Israeli Independence Day concerts. But they have a very large repertoire, and so you'll find music from all different styles and many languages. So I just want to say about Jonathan that he's one gifted director, and he gets the best out of his choral group. Not only that, he also leads tours of the Metropolitan Opera, and he writes for their website curriculum guide. So you're in great hands tonight, and I hope you enjoy it, and let's give them all a warm welcome.
Thank you very much. We're doing a program tonight which was already performed a couple of times in honor of Israel's Independence Day a few weeks ago, Yom HaAtzmaut. Before we start, I'd like to remind anyone who may have a cell phone that's on, please turn it to the off position, and we thank you. I will be giving a brief introduction to each selection. The first selection is a canon originally written by Mozart in German. We're going to do it in Hebrew. A canon is a sophisticated round. We're going to sing it all in unison, and then the sopranos start, and then the altos, and then the tenors, and then the basses. And it goes around for a couple of times, and we have a quick way of ending it. So this is called Kosni Sarahim in Hebrew, and it's by Mozart.
Hey!
from one of the Psalms. It's a psalm that is recited in the synagogue when the Torah is put back in the ark on any day other than on Saturday, other than on Shabbos. And it refers to the fact that God is King, Melech. Our soloist in this selection is Nancy Salmon. The next selection is taken from the songs Shir HaShirim. It's about, the basic text is that everyone should go out and see the majesty and splendor of King Solomon on the day of his wedding, on his wedding day. Tzenda Ur-Ena.
Amen.
I know this concert has been billed as a Yom HaAtzmaut Israel Independence Day concert, but we like to bring in songs of other Jewish and Israeli occasions as well. There's a day in the late winter, it's called Tu B'Shvat. Tu is actually Tet and Vav, which means 9 plus 6 in the Hebrew alphabet, and it adds up to 15. In plain Hebrew, it's Chamisha Asar. The 15th day of the month of Shvat is considered the new year for trees. We're not going to pronounce it Chamisha Asar, but Hamisha Asar, because this song is sung in Ladino, which is a hybrid that some Sephardic Jews learn, sort of somewhat Spanish and somewhat Hebrew. Hamisha Asar, about some of the fruits of Tu B'Shvat. We always like to do one song in Yiddish, a song in Yiddish about various kinds of trees. Anybody here know Yiddish a little bit? Okay, it's about a boxerbaum, which is a carrot tree. Boxer is Yiddish for carrot, the kind of one of the fruits we eat on Tu B'Shvat. There's also a feigenbaum, a fig tree, and what's the other tree? Mandelbaum. Mandelbaum is a almond tree. Okay, in Yiddish, ich stehe unter a Boxerbaum. Boy. I don't have to sing it, I just have to do it.
Yeah.
There's a famous episode in the journey from Egypt to the Promised Land, which, as you know, took 40 years. It was in a desert, and at one point they had to look for water. Moses was commanded to talk to the rock. But as you know, he hit the rock. Water did come out. He was punished for that by not being allowed to eventually enter the land, although he could see it from a distant mountain. Here is a nice rhythmic Israeli song called Haflei Vafela. What miracle that Moses hit the rock and water came out. As you may recall, we're known as the Hebrew Institute of Riverdale Community Choir. The Hebrew Institute of Riverdale on Henry Hudson Parkway in Riverdale is often known as the Bayit, simply a home. Not a house, but a home. So we have two songs that have the word Bayit in it. The next one is a song about Habayit, referring to the Beit HaMikdash, which was built and destroyed, and hopefully will be built again. Habayit Hazeh, this house, this home. to acknowledge our soloist in that last selection, Nancy Sanders. The next selection, it has an interesting history. The famous Czech composer Antonín Dvořák spent some time in America, in New York, and in a town called Spillville, Iowa. During his American travels, he came across some old folk songs, which were known at that time as Negro spirituals. One of them was called Going Home, and he incorporated the melody from that into the second movement of his famous Ninth Symphony, the New World Symphony. Here is a Hebrew, he originally didn't use the words, but here is a Hebrew setting of that text called Habaita, Going Home. So that spiritual will lead us into another spiritual. It's a song that the Alvin Ailey dance group has made famous in their dance programs, which they call Revelations. It deals, the spiritual concept deals with hard labor, and it's usually with a biblical connection. In this case, it refers to our father, Abraham. Here is a lively rendition of Rock of My Soul, In the Bosom of Abraham.
Thank you.